So in previous lessons, we learn about what are the major issues of India, and then we narrow down our focus to water crisis in India. We did some research. I walk you through a science behind water, and then in lesson number 3, we talked about causes of what are the major causes behind the water crisis of India. And my lecture was mainly focused on NITI Aayog report. So continuation of that, in this lesson we'll be talking about impact, what are the effects of water crisis in India. And again, this comes from NITI Aayog report. So in lesson number 1, we did talk about that there are approximately 600 million people. They'll be facing or they are facing currently high to extreme water stress condition. So let me walk you through what is the meaning of high to extreme water stress condition. There are many definitions. You can do some little bit Google search, but I would like to explain through you this. Again, this has nothing to do with NITI Aayog report, but there's this website. I have it. It's called as a wri.org, and then they have this aquatic project. And the reason I like this website because you can get a live stream information, and I'm going to let me zoom in India. On a high level, whatever you see red, it's bad. So what you see here is explanation here, annotation here is that high risk 3 to 4, and these are the numbers that's been given. And then when you say yellow, that means low risk, low water risk. Again, you can get into detail about what's the extreme and high, what's the high water stress condition or extreme stress water condition. There are there are a couple of standards. It does exist right now, but I always like to simplify stuff. And here, the simplification here is that when you look at this picture, you can see that India has a lot of reds. That means that India, as of speaking right now in 2018, is having this water stress condition. Okay, so this map, it comes from a NITI Aayog, and you can just pretty much say the same thing here. Take a look at there are many reds here. That means that millions of people, 600 millions of people, they are living under high to extreme water stress condition. Our goal is that to make it yellow. And then the next one, the next impact is that 75% of households they still do not have drinking water on their premises, and then 84% of rural households they do not have pipe water. That's disturbing. And the third one is that it's kind of dangerous also. The third one is that approximately, we talked about it, that 200,000 or 2 lakhs people they die because of water contamination issue. So that's another the third issue when you talk about water scarcity in India. Now, droughts are also not helping. As you know that agriculture industry, India's agriculture industry, they heavily rely on monsoon. So the next one I would like to point out here is that the things are not going to get better. Okay, so this is as of year 2008. What you're looking at here on your left hand side, right? And this is the supply and demand. And by year 2030, you will see that the demand is going to be almost twice than supply. And we are talking about demand for the water. And what the prediction is that 40% of the population of India will have no access to drinking water by 2030. The second prediction is that by 2020, that means 2 years from now, 21 cities, including New Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, they will run out of groundwater. And that's going to impact 100 million people. And as we mentioned in our lesson number 1, what that means that this is going to impact the GDP of India. There will be GDP lost here.